Dirty Birds fans, welcome into Falcons Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Trace Moustakis, but please call me Moose. And we are live here on the channel, post-free agency. Going to start honing in on some draft news that you need to know. Speaking of which, let's start off with the earliest and most important question. Who is your number one Falcons draft target at this very moment? We've got 78 people in the building right now. Let's give some shout-outs down in the live chat. First things first, I do have to apologize. I'm getting over being sick, so my voice is kind of like going in and out. If you hear me like crack or get out of breath, that's the reason. I feel pretty good today, believe it or not. I just have literally no voice. So bear with me while I try to get through this. What's going on, everybody? Get me my DT, says Rake. Jeremy Adams saying we need to know who our RB2 is going to be. My guess is it's going to be Nick Chubb here. There's a reason he hasn't signed yet. Let's get those draft targets going down in the live chat. Let's get those draft targets going. Wow, it is dry in this. Dry as a bone right now. Not a single person has a draft target. Am I updated? There's no way. Yeah, it's got to be that I'm behind. Hold on. I got to be behind. Hold on. I'm behind. My bad. One moment. There we go. Zachariah Branch, Jeremy Bernard from Alabama, Chris Brazzel, Zion Young. You got a lot of Georgia players. Denzel Boston, Eric Hunter. For me right now, for the Falcons, I think it's either Brazzel, I love Daylen Everette for the Falcons. See what I'm talking about? It's going to be a struggle today. Or Daylen Everette. I think Daylen Everette fits the Falcons very well. Ted Hurst, Katron, or Nick Singleton from Penn State, Jacoby Lane, Zion Branch, Kobe Young. Appreciate it, Wilbert or Wilbur Thomas. What's up, everybody? It's good to see you. D'Angelo Pons, Devin Moore. Fun fact about Devin Moore. I've got him in my one of my videos today. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to talk a lot about Devin Moore today. Ty Simpson, no way. First of all, he's going to go in the first round. Second of all, Falcons don't need to draft a quarterback in this draft. If you're going to draft a quarterback, it's going to be next year. And we still have to figure out if Michael Penix can play. So what? With what? Oh, Dixon Cider? Big fan of Dixon Cider. Huge fan. No 6'7" references today. You're a grown man. Well, here you go. There's a grown man doing it again. I'm a big fan of Dixon Cider. Hugh Janus is also very good. Ark, good to see you. I'm also big on Chris Brazzel. All right, let's tell them what they can win today, Mr. Producer JD. So I did say that during our free agency period, I'd be giving away to the winning fan base in Super Chats a shirt. But then I decided, you know what? I don't want to be unfair. I want to be a nice guy. I want to be the guy that gives, not the guy that puts out ultimatums. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this shirt away today. I'm getting a new batch of Falcons gear here. So this is a shirt that Moose has worn here on the channel. If you want a Moose shirt, I promise you it'll be washed, it'll be dry cleaned, sent directly to you, fresh as a daisy. And hell, I can even sign it for you if you want. We're going to give it away today on the channel. So if you want to start the bidding, it's a $5 entry for the shirt. $10 will get you 3 entries, $20 will get you 5 entries. I'll sign the shirt, I'll wash the shirt. This shirt will be yours if you win. How does that sound? Good? How much unwashed? If you send in a $200 super chat, I'll send it to you unwashed. How about that? $200, I'll send it to you unwashed. Oh, trust me, dude. When we get the new jerseys, we're giving them away during the draft. During the draft, we're going to give away a new jersey. Don't you worry about it. We're going to be giving it away. Who's going to be the quarterback 1 in next year's draft? C.J. Carr from the University of Notre Dame. Mike, Nintendo Master, the Falcons do not have a first-round pick. So we cannot pick anybody in the first round. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to go over what our today's show is all about. Excuse me. We've got a new draft target that has appeared for the Dirty Birds in PFF's newest mock draft. For most of the time, PFF has kind of mocked the exact same players. Jeremy Bernard, Christian... It's not Christian Miller. I forget who is Christian Williams, something like that. Also from Ohio State, has been mocked to the Falcons. But a new draft target has been emerged from PFF. We're going to discuss who that is and if it makes sense for Atlanta to draft him. Updated depth charts, we're going to do that after free agency. So this one is going to be the one that goes out later today, producer JD. So we're going to have to be on our game with that one because that one's going to go out later tonight. And post-free agency mock draft 2.0 from yours truly here right on the channel. Got a nice little $2 super chat coming in for our guy Kev Tree. Shout out to you, Kev. Oh, and then Jeremy Adams coming in with a $10 soup. Shout out to you both. Shout out to you both. And I'll tell you what, first 20 that comes in, I'll double them. Oh, there it is. Long hair prod gets double. You know what? I'll tell you what. Because I didn't get quite through with it, the next 20 will also get doubled. So long hair prod, you get doubled your entries. The next 20 that comes in will also get double their entries. Jeremy Adams coming in. Moose, I need a shirt. This shirt could be yours. This shirt could be yours right here. Look at that. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. People say that this is the greatest shirt that we've ever seen. I would say it was made in America. North America, that is. It's a great shirt, frankly. No. Long hair prods, the 20 that came in. But the next 20 that also comes in will double because I didn't get through it. So we'll give that one double and we'll get the second one double. I can't wait to get through these updated depth charts. It's going to be really good. Ben Black. Love the show. Appreciate you, Ben. Just giving up money again, trying to win the shirt. Rise up. Thank you, Ben. You're going to get double your entries, my friend. I appreciate you supporting me and supporting the channel as we make our way into the 2026 season. Cannot wait for the Dirty Birds to take the field once again. I'm really trying to get through today, man. My voice is just cooked. It is cooked. But I'll tell you what, we're thriving right now. We are thriving. It's going to be an exciting season. Who do you think is going to be starting? Tua or Penix? I'm thinking right now, to me, it's got to... I said Penix a little bit earlier, like this week, but now I think it might be Tua that starts. I think Tua might start. I don't think he starts the entire season. I think they give him 4 games. You give Tua 4 games. If he doesn't play well, you go to Penix. We'll see, though. We will see. We will certainly see. Oh, there we go. Another 20. Boom, shakalaka. That's double for Jordan Olson as well. Shout out to you, Jordan. Another 20 coming in from Jordan Olson. Did I see the Elijah Wilkinson Instagram messages? Yeah, I did a show on it. It's whatever. I'm not even worried about him anymore, dude. Good luck. Onwards and upwards. Onwards and upwards. Shout out to my guy Jordan Olson coming in with the 20. I'll tell you what, being sick is not fun. And I hate the day. So I'm in that between period where like you go from you're not quite sick anymore because you feel better, right? Like I feel great. I feel like I have all the energy in the world. But this is all draining from my face. So hopefully by the weekend, I'm 100% back to right as rain. He said, I need a shirt. Tua, unfortunately, is starting. Also, read my previous question, please. What was your previous question? It said it got redacted, Jordan. I didn't see your question. I'm trying to look for it. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see. It says it got redacted. It's not populating either. Was it about Flacco? Are we still signing Flacco? Is that what it was going to be? That's Kevtree. We need to get AJ Terrell to get his brother to commit a crime. So. Give me a second. That's fucked up. It's fucking funny, though. I'm sorry. That was funny. It's fucked up, but it's funny. Shout out to you. All right, hold on. I told you guys, it sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. It's just all that disgust in my lungs. All right. It's fucking funny. All right, no more swearing for me. Random. Oh, is that not it? All right, cool. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're good. I think we're good to start the show. All right, do me a favor. We're at 180 likes right now. 180 people watching. Can we get up to 75 likes before we start? Can we get up to 75 likes before we start? I would love Avion Terrell on this question. Would the Falcons have been better off signing Flacco and Njoku or Naylor over the depth they went for? No. I think actually the Falcons did the right thing. They told us they were going to go get and round out the roster with depth. That's exactly what they did. And I think we signed the most free agents in the entire free agency period. What did we sign? 15 free agents? So the Falcons are telling you one thing. All we need is a little bit of depth. Our core is there. We've got the pass rush, right? We added a couple more. We've got the secondary for the most part. Need another outside corner to replace Mike Hughes. You need a running back too. You added depth at the wide receiver position. The offensive line is getting healthy again. This team is really good. This team is really good. If not for incompetent coaching and the injury bug last year, this team would have made the playoffs. So, all right, we're at 83. Let's get it started. All right, here's what we're starting with. PFF's brand new mock draft target for the Dirty Birds. Who is he? Should we explore drafting him? And what does it mean for the round 2 pick? Because that's what this is all about. The round 2 pick, our first pick in the 2026 NFL draft. Let's get it started. Oh, it's okay. Start it over. No big deal. Do you have is that little brown, is that blue box checked down at the bottom? Yeah. Does it say like, what does that read? What does it say? What does that box say? Yeah, uncheck that. Yeah. All right. Start it over. You're good. Yeah, because what that does is it just rotates them all. You know, PFF is kind of one of those websites that I try to take with a pinch of salt. I'm going to start over. That was a fucking terrible intro. Third time's a charm. One more time. Let's start it over one more time. Holy cow. That was awful. What am I doing? Okay, last one, promise. PFF, one of those football websites that I always take with a little bit of a pinch of salt. I usually trust their overall bird's eye view of the NFL, but I don't necessarily think that it's an accurate depiction on how you should view the game. But every once in a while, they come out with their very own mock drafts, and I have to explore those just like I would for CBS Sports or even ESPN. Falcons fans, welcome into Falcons Today by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. So I'm going to tell you the newest player that PFF has mocked to the Dirty Birds, and we're about to heat up into draft season. So you got to be on the lookout because I'm going to be dropping mocks left and right, like singles at a strip club, just mock drafts everywhere. And if you want more, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up icon. Show me that you want more mock drafts. Show me you want more draft content. And you know what? If I see enough, I will deliver for you. Let's go over our quick little 2026 NFL draft picks. Currently have 5. I do not expect us to end up with 5. So I think Ian Cunningham is going to trade down somewhere in this area right here, 3rd and 4th round. So I can assume that from 79, we might load up on round 4, or we might load up on round 3 if they decide to move off of that 2nd round pick, although everything is unclear. When Cunningham started with the Bears in 2022, they also had 5 draft picks, ended up with 10 that draft. So this is subject to change. But for the sake of today's video, we're going to stick with just these 5. We're not going to do any more trades or trade ups or trade downs. So at 46, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this mock draft select Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker from Texas Tech. Then right afterwards, Indianapolis selects Chris Bell from Louisville, a really good wide receiver talent, but had a torn ACL last year. And with the 48th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select R. Mason Thomas, according to PFF. Now, look, he's an edge rusher, and I won't deny that there's talent there. But is it really the biggest position of need for the Falcons? And the quick answer to that is no, it isn't. However, I will at least do my homework on the player because in the event that James Pierce Jr. does not play this year, you have to have somewhat of a replacement, and this could be the guy. So let's take a look at his player profile. 6'2", 241 pounds. He's got some pretty decent size to him. He's explosive off the line with incredible bend for his position. He could really get around opposing tackles at an elite rate. Now, here's where I will say the downfall comes on him. He relies on his speed and is one step too frequently. So his technique is kind of lacking. He's got to get better with his hands. That's one area that they all unanimously agree. All the NFL pundits say he's got to get better with his hands. And his 2025 season stats are pretty good. 10 games played, 26 tackles. So he's not quite there yet against the run, but 9 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks. This kind of productivity should be an adequate rotational edge right out of the gates. Could he develop into something better? Sure. But the one area that I think that people overlook is the fact that he gets so much pressure on opposing quarterbacks. These are your pass rush win rates at the very top of the edge class in 2026. he was number 7 at 35.1%. Now, again, also take with a little bit of a grain of salt, because think about the talent level that some of these players are playing against, like Western Michigan and Central Michigan lead this class. That should kind of tell you something. They're playing against awful offensive lines. But R. Mason Thomas plays in the SEC. So I think that's also a, kind of a equalizer, if you will. That's the best way I could put it. I love player comps, big player comp kind of guy. Who is his comp? Jonah Ellis of the Denver Broncos, funny enough. And Ellis is almost the exact same player. Got elite bend, elite quickness. Technique isn't quite there yet. But Ellis has carved out a really nice role on one of the best pass rushes in the NFL. Actually, the best pass rush, statistically speaking, for the Broncos. And funny enough, the Atlanta Falcons are kind of mirroring what the Broncos did last year. They're just loading up on pass rushers. So if you combine their combine profiles, they're almost exactly the same. R. Mason Thomas and Jonah Ellis, 6'2", 241. By the way, Jonah Ellis, brother of Caden Ellis. There you go. 248 pounds for Ellis to 241. R. Mason Thomas had a quicker 40 time. Combine score was a little bit lower for R. Mason Thomas, but he has a higher prospect grade, meaning he didn't test nearly as well as Ellis did, but the upside for him as an NFL pro is higher. So take that with what you will. And Ellis, for the Broncos, funny enough, I cover them too, a rotational edge with a very specific special teams role to match. So you can expect the exact same thing out of R. Mason Thomas. Rotational edge, probably a role on special teams to get his feet wet, and then as he develops throughout the year, gets more snaps and could potentially become a right-hand man to Jalen Walker. Here's the one area that I feel like needs to be addressed as well. He had a really bad quad and hamstring injury. It was a combo against Tennessee. He had a fumble return against them. It was a great play, but he really pulled up and injured that leg pretty bad. So it was his quad and his hammy. That's the only reason he only played 10 games this year. If you would draft R. Mason Thomas, let me know down in the comments section or the live chat down below. Type D for draft or P for pass. I'm typing my P for pass. And I'll tell you why coming up right after I tell you about our friends over at Cheers Restore. St. Patty's Day is come and gone. I went out with the fellas, had a good time, had a couple of alcoholic beverages. I'm 30 years old. I'm entitled to it. But I'll tell you what, I didn't exactly feel the greatest the next day. And that's where Cheers Restore came into play. After 30 years old, those alcoholic beverages, even if you're drinking responsibly, hit a little bit different. You're not 100% the next day. They crush your sleep and your next day readiness. That's why I'm obsessing over Cheers Restore. Cheers Restore is a dual-action after-alcohol aid. Its ingredients support both your brain and your liver after consuming alcohol. Cheers has appeared on Shark Tank, and Cheers is sold in over 30,000 stores, including Walgreens, CVS, 7-Eleven, and Circle K. You'll feel about 50% better the next day or your money back. Basically, 2 drinks feels like 1 the next morning. All you got to do, take 3 capsules and your last drink, or before your last drink and before bed. Same night out, way better morning with Cheers. For a limited time, our listeners are getting 20% off their entire order by using code CHAT at cheershealth.com. Just head on over to cheershealth.com and use code CHAT for 20% off. After you purchase, they're going to say, hey, where'd you hear about us? Please support our show and let them know that Moose from Falcons Today sent you. I'm okay with not drafting an edge this draft. That's why. It has nothing to do with the player. It has nothing to do with R. Mason Thomas. I think he's going to be a really nice fit for whatever team drafts him. But I don't think the Falcons really need to address it. They addressed edge in last year's draft. They addressed edge in free agency this year. It's not really a position of need right now for the Dirty Birds. What are those needs? Still need another wide receiver. Need another corner. You definitely need a nose tackle. Running back 2 definitely wouldn't hurt. And O-line depth. All 5 of these I would hit before I hit edge again. Does that make sense? Unless that edge is so unbelievably gifted. If it's Reuben Bain or David Bailey from Texas Tech, then sure, I would draft the edge. But in round 2, you're probably not going to get anybody that equals or is greater than what James Pierce Jr. was able to get you. So these 5 I would be attacking way before I did that, specifically honing in on the cornerback in this one. Let's talk a little bit about one of the cornerback targets that I am loving lately. Devin Moore from the University of Florida. 198 pounds, 6'3" from Naples. I'm getting a spam call. I'm going to decline that. Number 85 on PFF's big board. He is a press corner through and through. Physical off the line of scrimmage. Look at that. I'm playing weatherman. And disappearing moose. Outstanding size and length at 6'3". And that press corner with the impressive ability to jam those wide receivers off the line of scrimmage. He's got a tendency to grab a little bit, gets a little handsy after 5 yards, and could draw some flags at the NFL level. But I'm willing to kind of look aside that because what he gives you with his technique and his strength and his physicality is one of the best in this draft class. Well, Moose, if you're talking so highly of him, why would he fall to the second or the third round? Well, everybody agrees that the talent is off the charts. There's no denying it. But his injury history is very extensive. He's got leg injuries. He's got concussion injuries. He had a shoulder problem. The list goes on and on and on. So I think you'd have to be a little bit cautious about this player, but it's a gamble, just like every other pick in the NFL draft. You just don't know if a player is going to stay healthy. And his career numbers kind of indicate that. He only played in 30 games throughout his entire college career, which doesn't sound like, he's missed too much time, but he played 4 years. So he's playing what? Quick math, like a little less than 8 games a year? It's not enough. 40 tackles, 9 PBUs, 5 INTs. Here's why I think, though, he's worth the risk. If you develop him and you let him sit behind Mike Hughes for 1 more year, that's fine. And he can compete with Kobe Bryant. I think there's a lot of potential there for that CB2 spot because we know that Hughes is not the long-term answer. Kobe could fill that out. Maybe Hughes could fill that out. Not Mike Hughes, excuse me, Devin Moore. Moore could fill that out. I mean, if you look at the Falcons' depth chart right now, they're rolling 10 deep. You still have C.J. Henderson that could play that role, right? There's plenty of different players that could fill out that CB2 spot. It's just a matter of may the best player win. So if Hughes plays 1 more year, so be it. I'm not going to be too upset about it. I would draft, though, a replacement and let that competition start to brew in and of itself. So what round would you draft a cornerback in? Let me know in the comment section down below. Probably 2 or 3. Once you get a little bit past 2 or 3, the talent really starts to dip. You want to take a corner between 1, 2, and 3. And the Falcons don't have a round 1 pick, so that kind of eliminates 1 of those rounds. All right, that's all I got for you on this episode. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up icon as well for more draft content. As always, Falcons fans, rise up and be cool. Go. Nah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You can edit it if you want. You just, yeah. Yeah, you can just edit it. It's a full screen graphic. It's okay. Marlon Casey. It's okay. We're 1 like away. There we go. I was going to say, we got to hit 100. Don't edge me like that. Okay. I am starting to sweat. Would you be willing to take over for 5 minutes while I use the bathroom? I'll be right back, guys. All of the vitamin C packets that I've had have caused me to have a full bladder. So I got to get going. I'll be right back, though. So, JD, you jump in really quick. Show them the Super Chat menu again. Feel free to make a deal while I'm gone. If somebody can, maybe you could double it up while I'm gone. Every Super Chat doubled while I'm gone. You like that? All right, cool. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Alrighty. Let's see. Can y'all hear me? I think that sounds well enough. There's a little static, but all right. So y'all see the Super Chat menu. We're gonna go ahead and double it while Moose uses the restroom real quick, like probably 2 or 3-ish. So y'all see it right there. $5 gonna get you 2 entries now for the shirt raffle. Where's the shirt? Let me pull it up real quick. Right there. Very beautiful. authentic moose worn shirt. Like, what else could you ask for? I wouldn't want anything else in the world. I may steal it. I'm not going to steal it. This is for y'all. But, again, we're going to go ahead and double the tickets right now while Moose is using the restroom. So, $5 is going to get you 2 entries, $10 is going to get you 3, and then $20 is going to get you 10. Oh, wait. $10 is going to get you 6. My bad. What's up, Marlon? How you doing, man? Glad y'all can hear me. Sorry about the static. Bear with me. I don't have the good mic today. It's got the moose musk, you can call it. Nice size, but how about his speed? Who are you talking about, Charles? Devin Moore? Talking about Devin Moore, I'm not too sure how he tested at the combine. Let me look up real quick what he tested. Or are you talking about R. Mason Thomas? Who are you talking about, Charles? I'm still gonna see. Let's see. Let's see what he ran. Let's see what Devin Moore ran. Could be a good pickup for the Falcons. Let's see here. How's everyone's day been? How's everyone's Thursday been? It's been a good one here at Chat Sports. We've been keeping up with all the March Madness games so far. It's been a lot of crazy games right now. Actually, speaking of crazy games, do y'all know if Duke is still down right now? Last time I looked, they were still down. Dang, you're still working? Same here. I'm tired as well too, Org. Oh, man. It's alive. Let's see. Oh, Devin Moore ran a 4.5. Dang, that's pretty fast. Well, I'm glad you're happy to see us on, Ark. I'm glad we're here doing this live with y'all, getting these segments for y'all, raffling this shirt for y'all right here. Again, we're doubling these tickets until Moose gets back, so any super chat you send in, $5 is going to get you 2 entries, $10 is going to get you 6, and then $20 is going to get you 10 entries. Tough, heavy work. You're at the shooting range, drinking and watching the live stream. You are living the life, Quentin. You are living the life right now. That sounds nice. That or at the golf range. One of the two. Oh, hey! There it is. Long hair prod. Why not? Just for that, we're going to get you 6 entries for the Moose t-shirt raffle. Or Moose Falcons t-shirt raffle. However you want to word it. I'm going to get your 6 in right now. Let's see here. That's Robert Kelly. I don't want to draft a cornerback. Want them to develop Kobe Bryant and see if they have something in C.J. Henderson. Yeah. I don't think cornerback is a bad play to go in the draft. I would definitely rather see them go interior defensive lineman, especially since they just lost David Onyemata. And Kobe Bryant, I think he could be a nice developmental piece that could turn out to be a really good second cornerback next to A.J. Terrell. I mean, we'll just see what happens in the draft. And then long hair prod, I'll get your super up here in just a moment once it loads up for me. Hey! Everyone's favorite host is back.
Everyone's favorite guy. I'm back. I am back. All right. Let's do this. Got a $10 super chat. I'll double it up for him because technically I wasn't back on screen when he sent it in, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, he sent it,
Yeah, he got it in. We're good. We're good. He says, why not? Shout out to you, Ben Black. Shout out to you, my guy. All right, let's jump into our... Let's jump in. No, you're good. No, you're fine. Let's jump into our updated depth charts video. Updated depth charts. All righty. Whoa, that's a big old Falcon right there. There you go. All right, cool. All right, we're jumping in. Let's get it started. Updated depth charts after NFL free agency. Now that free agency is kind of slowed down a little bit, it never technically ends, but that first initial wave is just kind of stalled a little bit. I thought I would update the Atlanta Falcons depth charts as I see fit as to who may be getting those starting positions and what the depth looks like at those positions. Welcome in, Falcons fans, to Falcons Today by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. It is very important to let you know this because I know that there's going to be a fan down there that tells me I don't know shit because I say something that doesn't agree with them or aligns with their viewpoints. These are still subject to change. The draft has not happened yet. These are just post-free agency depth charts. Are you with me so far? Good. While we're at it, send this video to your favorite Falcons fan. Somebody in your life that has never seen our show and that loves the Atlanta Falcons. Hell, even if they're a Georgia Bulldogs fan or a Yellow Jackets fan, send it to them anyway because they need to get in on all the action. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up icon. All three of these things are completely free, by the way. Without further ado, let's jump on into the depth chart, starting with, of course, the quarterbacks. As of right now, there are only two quarterbacks on the depth chart. Michael Penix Jr. and Tua. That's it. I'm sure you're wondering. What happened to Kyle Trask and Easton Stick? Well, both of them are unrestricted free agents, meaning until they re-sign with the Atlanta Falcons, they are not Atlanta Falcons, at least at the time of this recording. So Stick and Kyle Trask will both... One of them will probably re-sign with the Falcons, you would think, and then get designated to the practice squad as I gear up here to have a little cough. Well, the water fixed it. Look at that. All right, so there's your quarterback situation. Penix and Tua. Who's going to start at that position? We don't know yet. It's a 50-50 battle. We will see. Let's move on to the running backs real quick. There it is. Bijan Robinson as your RB1. Duh. And then you have Nathan Carter and Carlos Washington at RB2 and RB3. The important name to note on all of this, by the way, is Nathan Carter, who spent the entire year on the practice squad, but was clearly the best preseason running back for the Atlanta Falcons. There's a lot of people that believe he should get a shot at earning that RB2 spot. I don't think it's going to happen simply because I don't know that he's talented enough, at least at this point right now. Maybe it's worth seeing during this preseason if he has another really, really good preseason in those 3 games. You might see him jump onto the 53-man roster, but outside of that, I think we're just looking at Bijan and then possibly a guy like Nick Chubb. Played for Kevin Stefanski before, understands what he likes to do and what he expects from a running back. Stefanski loves Nick Chubb, called him one of the best players and his favorite players that he's ever coached, and he's still an unrestricted free agent. If it's about the money, make it work, Cunningham and Matt Ryan. Just find your way to get him. He's the perfect Tyler Algier replacement. With the running backs all figured out, let's move on over to the updated wide receiver depth charts. Now we're starting to cook a little bit here. Drake London as your wide receiver 1. I don't know necessarily if Jahan Dotson is going to stay as the wide receiver 2, but for right now, I'll put him there, as well as Olamide Zaccheaus at wide receiver 3. Then you still have Dylan Drummond, you have Devin Thompkins, you have Chris Blair, Casey Washington, and Dylan Drummond rounding out the rest of the wide receivers. So you have 7 currently on the depth chart. Now there's a name missing here that all real Falcons fans are probably like, where the hell is he? I'm sure you're wondering where Nick Nash is. And unfortunately, he's no longer with the Falcons. He signed with the Commanders in free agency. So he's going to try his hand at making the 53 over there in Washington. I wish him nothing but the best. He had an unbelievable college career at San Jose State. I wish him nothing but the best. I thought he could have been a really, really nice addition and call-up from the practice squad, but it didn't happen. By the way, out of all the wide receivers that we did add in free agency, Jahan Dotson is definitely my favorite. Who is your favorite wide receiver draft target in this upcoming draft? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Right now, mine is Chris Brazzel. I don't know that the Falcons will get him. A lot of mocks have him right now at the very end of the first or very early second, and the Falcons don't pick until pick 48, so they're going to have to wait just a little bit if they were going to get him. But if they decide that, hey, maybe we could package something together and move up earlier in the second, it's a possibility. Let's move on to the tight ends. Mr. Pitts leading out the tight end 1, Austin Hooper at tight end 2, Charlie Warner at tight end 3, and Josh Simon, at tight end number 4. I think an important name that's not currently on the roster right now, but still could be, is David Njoku, who still remains unsigned in NFL free agency. He has not visited yet with the Atlanta Falcons, but you have to think that playing under Kevin Stefanski for a long time would at least garner some interest from his camp. I don't know if that's necessarily the case right now, so we'll wait and see. He has met with the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens so far, but no decision has been made. So the tight ends right now, pretty well-rounded in my opinion. I don't think you need to keep more than 4. You should probably just keep 4. You could even probably shorten that down to 3 if you really wanted to. All right, moving on to the offensive line. It's pretty much the exact same as what you thought it was going to be last year, except no Elijah Wilkinson, because we get Kaleb McGary back. Yay! It was really tough losing him. Tore his ACL in the preseason, missed all of 2025. And if that was not the kick in the nads that you thought it would be, Storm Norton broke his ankle, and he was out the entire season as well. So you missed 2 very important offensive linemen right even before the season began, which is crazy to think about. But Elijah Wilkinson is now in Arizona. Kaleb McGary comes back and rounds out the offensive line to what we thought it would have been before the 2025 season starts. All right, that's the offense for you. Nice and easy. Easy, simple, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl is what they say. Next up, the Falcons defense. And there are some notable changes to this side of the ball as well. Before we jump in to that side, I got to tell you about my friends over at Prize Picks. I can't tell you how many minutes I have sat glued to the television today watching the big tournament. I'm sure you have as well. How close was that 16-1 seed? You guys know who I'm talking about. Can't say the names, but it was just a recent game. Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's right. Prize Picks is now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. It makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. Do not miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. They got a brand new feature alert, by the way. They now have early payouts, meaning if your lineup gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. And now it is even simpler to play. You pick your player, the more or less on their stat projections, and you watch your money multiply. Up to 2,000 times your cash this football and basketball season on Prize Picks. So do yourself a favor. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It is good to be right. Let's start with the Falcons' defensive line. So as it stands right now, Deshaun Hand, Rook Arororo, and Zach Harrison. Brandon Dorlus should actually be in that starting rotation, not Deshaun Hand there. But that's totally fine. We can always switch this at the very end. Brandon Dorlus, it'll be Brandon Dorlus, Rook, and Zach Harrison, at least for starters right now. Maybe LaCale London you could slide in there as well. But you got Dorlus, London, Garcia, Williams, and Style at the very end, rounding out the depth. And the most important name on this list right now is Brandon Dorlus, who last year finished the year with 8.5 sacks. So that's pretty amazing, right? Dorlus is unbelievable. I think there is a real-world possibility in which he gets over 10 sacks this upcoming season. So be be on the lookout for that. He is ridiculous with his interior pressure. And at the very end of the year, we thought very seldomly that he was going to have a really bad and nasty injury. Thank God he didn't. But I expect big things from him this year heading into year 3. Let's move on over to the edge depth chart. Now, you'll notice I still have James Pierce Jr. on this. We'll touch on him in a second. But Walker, Pierce, Thomas, Samson Ebukam, Azeez Ojulari, and Braylon Trice now at the edge department. Bringing in Azeez Ojulari and Samson Ebukam, going to be some really nice, interesting pieces for there because they both have huge upsides. And this, of course, could supplant James Pierce Jr., whose status is still very much unknown when it comes to the 2026 season. If he does play, I'm telling you right now, there's not a chance in hell he plays the first 6 games. There's no way. The NFL is 100% going to suspend him. It's just a matter of how many games, not if he gets suspended. So he's been arrested on multiple charges. You guys know exactly where that stands and what those charges are. We don't need to go over them again and again and again, but just keep your eye on James Pierce Jr. My guess is he misses at least 10 games this upcoming season. Moving on to the linebackers, the interior linebackers. Divine Diablo, again, probably should have Christian Harris there at the interior linebacker spot to start over J.D. Bertrand. But Divine Diablo, Christian Harris, J.D. Bertrand, Channing Tindall, and Troy Anderson. Christian Harris being my favorite free agency signing for sure, without a doubt. I think Christian Harris has tremendous upside. And if he can give you 90% of what Caden Ellis was able to give you last year, then it's a home run. Especially at the price that you're signing him for. He's essentially just he got buried on the depth chart, and he's not an unknown because we already saw what he's capable of. But if he can get back to that 2023 status, Christian Harris is going to be probably the biggest sleeping giant out of all the free agency signings the Falcons have made. Moving on to the cornerbacks, this is pretty simple. A.J. Terrell, Mike Hughes, Billy Bowman Jr., Clark Phillips, Kobe Bryant, Natrone Brooks, C.J. Henderson, Darnay Holmes, who we just recently signed, Mike Ford, and A.J. Woods rounding out. There's 10 of these guys right now. That'll be cut down to about 6, maybe 7. The name to keep an eye out here is, of course, our nickel Billy Bowman, who started the first 6 games with he was awesome. Just perfect. It was chef's kiss. And then he tore his Achilles before week 7, and we were all just like, what the hell, man? I mean, everybody felt like they were going down last year for the Atlanta Falcons. So hopefully Billy Bowman comes back stronger and better than ever. He had a lot of really great moments in his rookie season. I can't wait to see what year 2 has in store for him. And then, of course, your safety depth chart, what I like to call the best safety duo in the league. Jesse Bates and Xavier Watts highlight this group, followed by DeMarco Hellams, Malik Verdon, and then a couple other depth pieces that are, not necessarily going to make the 53, in my opinion. The Falcons only kept 3 safeties last year. Jesse Bates, Xavier Watson, DeMarco Hellams. And I expect, unless they draft a safety, which I don't think they will, it'll probably be the exact same 3 again. So just keep an eye on it. It'll probably only be 3 deep again. Highlighted, of course, by what we think is going to be the best safety in the league at one point. Xavier Watts. Called it. Watts is unbelievable. The only area that I would actually say he needs to get a little bit better in is his box safety skills, climbing up the box and playing a little bit more as a pressure player on the line of scrimmage and stopping the run a little bit better. But he's an excellent tackler. He's good in coverage. He's got the ball skills to match. He's everything you want in a safety. And you found him in the 3rd round, which is crazy. So Xavier Watts definitely getting a lot of love from Moose. And then to round out the depth charts, you got your special teams. Jake Bailey, who we just signed in free agency to a 3-year, $9 million deal. Nick Folk, the new kicker. And, of course, Liam McCullough at long snapper. And that's about it. Everything else is wait till the 53. Or if another signing comes in, we add him to the depth chart. So as of right now, the Atlanta Falcons have a pretty decent roster, in my opinion. If everybody stays healthy or at least 50% healthier than they were last year, it's going to be a good season, I promise you. And I predict them to get back to the playoffs. So, yes or no in the live chat down below or in the comments and description of today's video. Will the Falcons make the playoffs in 2026? Give me a yes or give me a no. That's all I got for you on this episode. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that like button as well. And as always, rise up and be cool. Okay, I got to make a couple of adjustments to those before we push that out today. A couple of those were technically built correct, but wrong starters there. So we'll make a couple of adjustments there before. And we have to redo the prize picks read. That's my fault. I forgot we have a brand new script for it for March Madness that I have to read. So we'll redo that one. We'll splice it in and then change up the yeah, correct. Marlon Casey, division champs. Dude, do you guys realize we would have won the division if we would have beat the damn Jets last year? Come on, bro. Terrible. Terrible. All right, we've got one more. Moose's mock draft. $130 likes. Gosh, I wish I had all of the breathable air today. Yeah, the Panthers are going to be better, but I don't know. I've got a good feeling about this year. I've got a very good feeling about this year. Okay. Who's ready for the next mock draft? Who's ready? Mock draft 2.0. Oh, dude. It's my chest. Like, my chest has so much mucus in it. Not to make you guys, TMI, but God, it sucks. Starting to sweat in here? Is it a little hot in here, or is it just me? Yeah, I was going to say, it's starting to get a little, I didn't think we dominated it. I don't think we dominated. Did I say we dominate the division? I thought we win it. We should have won it last year. If we beat the Jets, we won the division. Thanks, lad. I appreciate it. I'm feeling fine. Like, I actually feel okay. It's just more so the side effects of getting over being sick. So. All right, who's ready? I'm ready. Let's jump into mock draft 2.0. Bang, ba-da-dum, dum, dum. Post-free agency mock draft time after all the additions have been made to the Dirty Birds before the 2026 NFL Draft. I have to finally give you my next mock draft because now all that the additions have been made, where do the Falcons' needs stack up versus pre-free agency? That's what we're going to decide today. So we're going to do our second mock draft post-free agency, and make sure that if you want more draft content and you want to be live with us during the draft, you got to be subbed to the channel. So hit that subscribe button today and lock us in. Very quickly, 5, count them, 5 Falcons draft picks right here. And we're not going to do anything crazy today. We're not going to trade up. We're not going to trade down. I promise you I will give you a draft where we do trades. So this is not going to stay this way forever, but just for the sake of continuity, we're going to make it that only no trades are in this draft. So we're only going to go 5 picks. I still think Ian Cunningham will probably trade down at some point in this draft to get more picks to round out even more depth. Without further ado, let's jump in really, really quickly. With the 48th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Chris Brazzel, wide receiver from Tennessee. Oh. Now, let me tell you about Chris Brazzel a little bit. Almost 6'5" on the dot. A tick below 6'5". He is 200 pounds, an explosive playmaking wide receiver with huge deep threat ability. Straight line, vertical speed, unlike anything that you've probably ever seen. That's not entirely true. I'm being a little hyperbolic, but you get my point. He's fast. Really, really fast. It makes it really tough for opposing quarterbacks to stay in phase with their wide receivers. Now, I love comps. I'm a big comp guy. I'll always be a big comp guy. He doesn't match him in the size. He's taller and lengthier than this player, but his style of play reminds me of Brian Thomas Jr., who had a little bit of a down year this last year, but his rookie season was sensational. So if he could become rookie Brian Thomas Jr., you're looking at a Pro Bowl level year right out of the gates. So Chris Brazzel, last year, statistics were pretty good. 62 receptions, a little over 1,000 yards, 16.5 per catch, 9 touchdowns, and really good soft hands. 2 drops only. He's going to be a really good player. And look at the explosion of play that he had from 2024 to 2025. It was a massive jump. He more than tripled his 2024 receiving yards. Doubled his receptions, significantly improved in his yards per catch, and eliminated his drops. One of the things that goes underrated for a lot of players, especially when it comes to GMs and scouts and owners, is their natural progression throughout their college career. Are you getting better every single year? He started off hot in 2023, got worse in 2024, and then in 2025 was back on top. Here's another thing. Official 40 time, 4.37. Lightning fast. He's ridiculously quick. And I think on the opposite end of Drake London, you are looking at a legitimate wide receiver 2 right out of the gate. All right, let's move on to round 3. Pardon me. Round 3, pick number 79. Daylen Everette from the University of Georgia. What's that coming down the track? Daylen Everette, strong run defender for a cornerback, believe it or not. Measurables at 6'1", 196 pounds. He actually ran the second fastest 40 time amongst cornerbacks at the combine, so that is very, very good for your athleticism score. But Daylen Everette is more than just a speedster. He's got a lot of really good pros to his game. First things first, good size, good length, good ball skills, over 2,400 career snaps played as a dog, active hands at the line of scrimmage, physical and run support. His athleticism was off the charts, a 90.1 run defense grade, and only a 55.9 completion percentage allowed in 2025. But for every pro, of course, there is a con. 19.7% missed tackle rate in 2024. He had to really shore up his tackling. And then he did improve that, cut it in half basically to 8.8, more than half in 2025. So he improved his skills as a tackler as well. He did have 5 penalties this last season, but there have been some concerns about his hip flexibility, his ability to flip those hips outside and stay in phase with his opposing wide receivers. You don't want to get beat over the top. And right now, he's not so much of a press corner. He's more of a zone corner, but here's the good news. Almost the entire NFL is shifting to a zone game. So what he does well complements what the NFL is shifting towards. Here's his RAS score, if you want to take a look really quick. Greats in his composite speed grade, greats in his size grade, very good in his composite explosion grade. So he matches up really well for what all the NFL corners should be. He will be a good NFL corner. I don't know that he'll ever be elite, but can he be a solid starting outside cornerback too? Yes. There's only one area that I'm really actually concerned with. His man coverage skills. They need a lot of work. But that's something that with a very aggressive defensive coordinator in Jeff Ulbrich, you can work on. That can develop as part of your game. So I would be very interested in drafting Daylen Everette in round 3. Now, I've seen a couple of mocks that have him go as high as the second round. I've seen enough that have gone him in the late third, early fourth. So we'll have to see. But if he is available in the third, I think you strongly suggest taking him. Pick one if you had to pick one of these two to pick. Chris Brazzel, type your CB. And if you want to go Daylen Everette, type DE. And I'm sure all the Dogs fans are going to be Daylen Everette. But you let me know down in the comment section down below. We've still got 3 more picks to get through, my friends. 3 more picks. And you know what, JD? We're actually going to do we're just going to push. We're going to push it because we're going to refilm that as well. So you can eliminate this. I'll actually start this over real quick. Coming up next, we have the rest of the picks coming up. But first, a word from our friends over at Prize Picks. Round 4, pick number 114, Darrell Jackson Jr., defensive lineman, actually nose tackle from Florida State. Wait till you see the size on this guy. Holy freaking Moses, man. 6'5", 315 pounds with a 7'2" wingspan. He's big. When he attacks, blocks properly, he takes up 2 different gaps. He can take up the A gap and the B gap at the exact same time. Now, he's not as athletic as he should be, even at his size. He kind of seems mechanical, almost like he relies on his size more so than his athletic ability. But how many times have I told you on this channel, I don't necessarily need a superior athlete. Somebody needs to take up space. He's just a massive presence. And that's fine for right now. I'm okay with that. I don't need him to be Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis. I need you to be you. Be Darrell Jackson Jr. Just take up the space right in the middle. That's what the Falcons need. You'd be surprised at how limited you need to be from a technical standpoint if you can just fill up gaps. And his career stats, I mean, he's got a lot of starts. 50 starts, 129 tackles, 12 for loss, 7.5 sacks. Believe it or not, when he gets his arms around a quarterback, they're not going anywhere. His bulking frame will not allow it to happen. And if you look at the defensive line depth chart, obviously, the Falcons are missing a true nose. Right now, you'd probably have Rook, but he doesn't even play a nose tackle. Maybe Deshaun Hand, you could slide him into nose tackle as well. But outside of that, I'm not going to lie to you. It's kind of slim pickings. The Falcons really need to address that nose tackle position in this draft for sure. Round 6, I'm going to go with another running back. Last time I went Le'Veon Moss from Texas A&M. This time I'm going Terion Stewart from Virginia Tech. Stewart is a bit of an anomaly here. How often have you ever seen a host take a running back that scored 0 times the season prior? I don't think it's ever been done. But look at his average, 5.7 yards per carry. He's another player that's kind of had some injury concerns, let's put that mildly. Only 82 carries last year for 469 yards, but he's a punishing runner. He runs with incredible force, always lowering his shoulder. He's a bruising style, and that's why he gets injured a lot. He plays so aggressively. He'll fight for every extra yard. And he's got unbelievable contact balance. So when he gets hit, he's still on his feet, nonstop, falling his way forward. And that's what you need. Somebody that can move the chains after Tyler Algier goes to the Cardinals. He does also lack long speed, which is why he's not considered to be the most athletic running back. And he'll probably never be a starting caliber running back, maybe always a complimentary back. And his player comp is Jaylen Warren. That's okay. Warren is a wide running back too. And a pretty damn good one at that. So if he could be Jaylen Warren, that's all you really need. You got Bijan. Remember that. You got the best running back in the league, and he ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Falcons are going to pay and pay handsomely, so go get your Jaylen Warren. Before the last pick in this mock draft, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up icon. Show me really quick that you want more draft coverage and that you like what you're seeing so far. This is probably not the most sexy pick in round 7, but Connor Tollison from the University of Missouri in round 7. He's a center. And I say this only because you're going to have to make a decision on Newsel, and Newsel's fine, but he's not an elite player. Tollison actually is a really cerebral player, and he's a plus athlete. I don't know why he's going so low. It probably has something to do with his size. He's not very big. I think he's 6'2" at this point, 288 pounds, which is kind of small for a center. But everything between the wickets and everything that you want from an athletic and explosivity standpoint, he's got. He's an Iron Man on the offensive line, so he can swing around to a bunch of different styles. He doesn't have to play center, but that's his primary position. He's basically another Storm Norton. So you could always get a little extra offensive line depth just to make it a little bit younger, because his Falcons' offensive line is definitely getting older. That's putting it mildly. So if you got another player that you could groom to play the next year or two, so be it. All right, that's the end of my mock draft 2.0. Let me know how I did, A, B, C, D, or F, down in the comment section down below. I kind of like this one, too. I'll probably give it a B as well. I haven't given you my A one yet. I feel like I'm just trying to figure out different areas based off of what we've done so far in free agency. I'll probably get back more on my game as we get further along in the draft process. That's all I got for you, Falcons fans. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up icon, and as always, rise up and be cool. Whew. God, I just wish I had. I wish I had a voice. I feel like I'm. You know what it feels? It feels like I'm trying really hard to speak. Like it's like a balloon losing air. That's what I feel like. All right. We're going to take off here in a little bit, but we got to raffle off our shirt. So, the Falcons shirt. Oh, you got the shirt? We're going to raffle it off. So if you've got a last-minute super chat for the Falcons t-shirt as we get a new haul of stuff, do me a favor. Send in your last-minute super chats, $5. I'll tell you what, the first 3 that come in, actually 2, first 2. So everybody say hello to the Patriots guy, Brett Alper. Boo. I know. I know. He was just a bird. Next 2 super chats that come in, I'll double your entries. I'll double your entries. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. For what? Depth chart? Oh. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, not if. Not tonight, no. Tomorrow I will. Tomorrow I will. Not tonight. My wife just got back into town after being away a week. All right, last bits. Who's going to do it? Hell, if you send in a 2, I'll give you 1. I'll give you 1 if you can send in a $2 super chat. Doobie-doobie-doo. Yeah. OMT Studios, what do you mean? I'm an Atlanta Falcons football fan. So, I don't know what that means. All right, there we go. Double the last two. I really don't know what that means, is an Atlanta sports fan. They get one. Yeah, just one. Because I cover two means I'm not a Falcons fan? Is that what we're saying? So you want me to leave? Is that what you're saying? You want me to leave the Falcons channel? Because I'm not what you consider to be a diehard? Okay. I just like I don't know how many more times I have to defend myself when it comes to this stuff, man. Can't host the channel if you're not a diehard, right? Can't host the channel if you're not a diehard. Come on, man. Like, we're adults. Can't be a fan of two teams, bruh. Oh, man. All love. Well, you clearly don't want me to be your host. You just said, where's the diehard? All right. How many names do we have in that wheel, Mr. JD? Five? But plenty, yeah, a bunch of doubled up ones for sure. Okay. Let's do this. Let's spin the wheel. All right. Shuffle it up a couple of times there, producer JD. Make sure that there's no cheating. All righty, here we go. 3, 2, 1. And long hair prod comes in. Boom shakalaka, winning the Falcons t-shirt. Long hair, are you here, my friend? Where are you at? We got to wait for him. He's got to confirm. He's got to confirm it. If he's not here, we have to do it again. If he's not here, we got to do it again. Yes, clearly I'm crying right now. You can see it. All the tears streaming down my face. I don't see him yet. I'll give him 2 more minutes, but if he's not, then we have to rerun it there, producer JD. We got to you were just talking. That makes no sense. You wrote in a live chat asking where the diehard host was. What did you think was going to happen? I didn't call you a moron. But I'm legitimately asking, like, what did you think was going to happen when you wrote that comment? Do I go to your job and go, damn, where's all the diehard whatever you do for a living. Like, all right, he's not here. Yeah, I guess we got to run it again. Run it again, and if it lands on him, we spin it again. Go for it. Jordan Olson winning the shirt now. Shout out to you, Jordan. Jordan, are you here? He just donated. Hey, he's here. All right, Jordan, you got it. Message me on Insta. You have my Insta? Moose_NFL. Sweet. Send me a message. I need your address and stuff like that so I can send this to you. But I'll make sure that this gets to you sometime fairly soon. I got to take it back home. I got to wash it, got to sign it, and then I'll send it off for you. So appreciate you super chatting. Thanks for being a fan of the show. What? Yeah, let's read a couple of supers here. Cody says, screw the haters, Moose. We love you here. I don't think OMT's a hater. I don't think that. What I'm saying is that, like, if you're going to make a comment like that, you got to think about what you're saying, right? Everybody in here knows I cover the Broncos as well. Do you also know that every other Chat Sports employee, besides like 3 of them, host more than one team? Like Alper, who hosts the Patriots, he hosts the Titans as well. So, like, it's part of the landscape. I am a Falcons fan. I like the Falcons a lot. Like, my 2 favorite teams in the league are the Broncos and the Falcons. Like, but I because I'm not a diehard, because I'm not from Atlanta, like, I can't host the channel. It didn't make sense. Jordan. I'm not reading the whole thing out loud. Will Ian trade down to get more picks? And we love the best intro music in Chat Sports. We're thinking about changing the intro music, believe it or not. We changed it on Broncos, but there's a couple of channels that still haven't gotten it yet. Let's see. Ian will definitely trade down. I just don't know how many picks he's going to trade down for. My guess is he trades down to get 7. Going from 5 to 10 is a lot. 5 to 7 feels more realistic. I'll say he'll trade down. He'll probably trade down from pick 3, like the 3rd round pick, to get more 4ths, if that makes sense. I'll bet you we end up with 3 4th round picks. That's my guess. Maybe a 5th. Maybe he'll trade the 4th to the 5th. So a 2nd round pick, a 3rd round pick, no 4ths, 2 5ths, maybe. Interesting. We'll see. And then Olsen one more time. The winner of the t-shirt comes in with a $2 super chat. Same with Jeremy Adams, who came in with a $2 super chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right, I think that's all we got. Send me a message, Jordan. Like I said, I'll get some information from you, and we'll ride. We will ride out like that. All right, my friend and friends. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. All right, my friends. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Enjoy some good college basketball. We'll get a video out to you very, very shortly. As always, rise up and be cool.